So there's a photograph that has gone viral, and not for a good reason. This is a teenage girl from Alabama, and she posted a selfie at Auschwitz, at the concentration camp. And this was the selfie. She's smiling. She says selfie in the Auschwitz concentration camp, the little blushing emoticon. And she's coming under a lot of fire for how insensitive this photo is because she's smiling, and I think everyone felt that way when they first saw it, that it felt insensitive. However, there's more to this story, as there often is, you know, when something goes viral like this. And she has been very vocal in defending herself, and her mother has defended her as well, that this photo was taken a year to the day that her father passed away. And she and her father spent a lot of time studying history, and the last thing that they studied was the concentration camps, and talked about, you know, visiting there one day just to see it. And so the fact that she went and then she took the photo, it was meaningful to her in a very emotional way because of her father. Anyway.
And now she's getting feedback on, very negative feedback on social media, and it all goes back to this whole selfie craze. Do we take too many selfies? Now people are doing it in sensitive spots. I looked at this and my first thought was, I don't know about that, but then I'm like, she's a teenager. This is something that's historical for her.
That's my first thought.
Hearing the context, though, it makes sense to me. She was remembering her dad and saying, this was special for us, here, Daddy. And it just went viral. And that's when, you know, the floodgates opened.
And just remember that, you know, as you said, she's a young teenager. Remember when Justin Bieber went to Anne Frank's house and wrote, I bet she was a great gal, she would have been a believer, whatever he wrote that seemed so insensitive and ridiculous. But I mean,
and we didn't have social media back when we were young.
My God,
we know we did.
Thank we would have posted.
You know we did some stupid stuff, right?
I feel like we ought to. I agree that picture is a little. She looks a little too happy.
Yeah.
But given the story and everything we know, and having a teenage daughter myself, and the thousands of selfies she takes, she's probably going to scream when she sees me say this. I would just be leaning toward giving her a little grace on that.
I think that's what most people are thinking. I don't know, Stuart, what are folks saying on our Facebook page?
Well, that's exactly what John Brooks says. He says the world needs to back off and let her learn from her mistakes and just continue to let her mature. He says, I'm sure she will not make the same mistake again. Tracy Wakefield says, was it a dumb thing to put a smile in an emoticon? Yes, but read the context behind the pic. And I kind of agree. When you know the context behind the picture, it changes things, but most people aren't reading into the context.
Yeah, I think the lesson of the story is, you know, especially if you have teenagers at home, this is just one of those conversations now that we have to have with our kids. You know, it's just add it to the list of things that you have to talk about. Is, hey, when you're posting things on social media, before you press send, let's you know, think about it.
There's always a chance it's going to go viral.